Every great hunter begins life completely helpless.
Its world is still measured in inches, not miles.
Beyond that light, another world is waiting.
Every tiny step carries enormous consequences. The wind has already begun shaping its future.
These small feathers will one day outrun every other hunter in the sky.
The edge of home is finally within reach. A single glance changes everything. For the first time, it doesn't watch the food, it watches the sky. Curiosity is becoming stronger than fear. One careless step could end everything. Soon, this tiny ledge will no longer be enough.
Every day, the wind returns, and every day, the young falcon learns a little more.
Its wings are growing faster than its confidence. Every movement is a lesson in balance. The feathers that will one day slice through the sky are still learning to unfold. Without realizing it, the young falcon is already learning to read the wind. Instinct begins long before understanding. For one brief moment, the wind begins to carry part of its weight. The sensation lasts only a heartbeat, but the young falcon does not forget it.
The ledge no longer feels quite so small.
Even before it can fly, its instincts are already those of a falcon. Sometimes, the greatest lesson is simply watching. The sky is beginning to push back. The ledge is beginning to feel smaller with every passing day. The horizon is no longer something it simply watches. Soon, standing at the edge will no longer be enough. Every journey begins with one small step beyond safety. The cliff is becoming more familiar, but no less dangerous. The wind is no longer an enemy. Sometimes the smallest obstacle feels impossibly large. Confidence often begins with hesitation. Its first victory comes without ever leaving the cliff. Every mistake teaches something the wind never could.
The world suddenly feels much larger.
Strength is not resisting the wind, but understanding it.
Every higher step reveals another piece of the sky. The cliff no longer feels endless. Fear quietly gives way to curiosity. For the first time, the wind feels familiar. The cliff is shaping more than its wings. The edge is no longer something to fear. The cliff no longer feels like a prison. It feels like the beginning. For the first time, there is nowhere else to step. The wind is offering something it has never offered before.
Instinct whispers louder than doubt.
For a heartbeat, gravity takes control. Then, the sky begins to answer. Every feather has its own job. Falling slowly becomes flying. Every mistake becomes another lesson. The wind is no longer carrying it. They are working together. Every flight must also find its ending. The hardest part is not leaving the cliff. It's finding solid ground again. Home already feels farther away than it looks.
Today, it did not conquer the sky. It simply discovered that the sky was willing to hold it. Flying is no longer the challenge. Learning the sky is.
Sometimes the fastest way upward is simply knowing where the wind already wants to go.
The sky rewards precision, not strength.
Every turn becomes smoother than the last.
The air itself is constantly changing.
Speed is created long before the dive begins.
Sometimes doing less is the better choice.
Experience is measured in moments like these. Gravity is becoming an ally. Every flight teaches another invisible equation. Control always comes before power.
The greatest hunters spend more time watching than chasing. For the first time, instinct recognizes opportunity. Every hunter begins as a careful observer. Knowing when to stop is also part of becoming a hunter. Tomorrow, the sky will ask for even more, and the young falcon will finally be ready. Some mornings begin like every other, until instinct says otherwise.
A single movement changes everything.
Patience comes before speed. Every lesson has led to this moment.
Height is an advantage earned, not given.
The moment of commitment has arrived. Now, instinct becomes action. The sky never stops changing. Precision matters more than power.
One perfect decision changes everything.
For the first time, survival belongs entirely to the young falcon. Every journey reaches a moment that changes everything forever.
The cliff has not changed.
Only the falcon standing upon it.
The sky is no longer a challenge.
Weeks ago, this cliff marked the edge of its world. Today, it is only the place where the journey began.